Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here. Today we're talking about Steam because they just announced something so bizarre you're not even going to believe it, but they just revealed a game console, the Steam Machine. It's essentially a micro PC, but it works very much like a scaled up version of the Steam Deck. Now, full disclosure, I have predominantly been almost my entire life a console gamer. I grew up with the PlayStation, old school Nintendo, early Xbox and stuff. And to me, part of my addiction to console gaming is the ease of use. It automatically does updates. The controllers work. You pop a disc in and it turns on. And I'll admit that I have started playing a lot more on PC the day I got my Steam Deck. That may sound silly to you, but this thing, it just really opened my eyes to how brilliant Steam is. The instant cloud saves, the fact that this does just auto configuration of the buttons. I put on the dock and it instantly works. This thing is a brilliant piece of tech. So essentially scaling this up, making this into a console, I think, honestly, I bet PlayStation is having a panic attack. Look, Xbox is dead. Xbox got shot in the head out back. Nobody even remembers that bunch is dead. But PlayStation is probably sweating bullets. Let's take a look at the Steam Machine reveal, talk about the release date, and sort of guess about the price tag, because right now the details are vague at best. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, they just posted this. We really don't know what this exactly means. The Steam hardware family officially expands in early 2026, which typically means usually literally in the spring, powered by Steam, optimized for gaming in any form, and just like Steam Deck, all designed to help players get even more out of their Steam library. This is a great sales pitch. Now, as you'll notice, you actually can't click any of these yet. There's no buy now, but I do want to start with a lot of people are making fun of the very, very strange controller. I don't really understand the controller, to be honest with you. That new headset looks cool. I'm not really a VR guy, so I'm probably not going to buy that. This does look like just a cut-in-half Xbox, but look at that controller. Oh my gosh. The controller having the double touchpads and stuff, that's what obviously the Steam Deck has. The Steam Deck has these two touchpads. This to me is interesting because it is still going to be a micro PC. If you've never played a Steam Deck, you've never touched it, this thing has pretty dang good graphics, but the real appeal to it is the crazy amount of customization. This has full graphics options, full power options. You can not just choose brightness, you can actually mess with a lot of internals to make this thing basically more or less battery sucking. You can also put emulators on it. You can put mods on it. This is a full-blown micro PC. So I'm imagining, obviously, the Steam Machine is very much going to be the same. It is going to have that full level of customization, but I guess as basically a pre-built mini PC and more focused, I guess, on the controller experience. Now, the real reason I feel like this is just going to be such a game changer is that I've been saying that the predominant problem right now with current day console gaming is that everything keeps getting more and more and more expensive. I mean, come on, there have been 4 price increases for the Xbox. Just this year, there were 2 price increases for the Xbox. The PlayStation, I think, has had a bunch of price increases, including individual parts of it. The disk drive of the PlayStation that they sell you separately, even that had a price increase. I have been saying that the first person to get a decently powerful console onto the market for under $300, they're going to take over next gen. 100% they are going to dominate next gen. And I do truly feel like Steam has an advantage that Xbox, that Nintendo, that Sony does not have. They are a fully private company. They do not have investors. They don't have stock prices. They don't have to worry about all that extra stuff. Steam is incredibly successful because the people at the top, they're already making tens of billions of dollars off of everybody just loving Steam. So because of it, I think they're going to price this at $300. And I think it is going to be the hottest item all of next year. I'm predicting that right now. I think this thing is going to probably be under $350. This thing is going to be an unstoppable monster. But I also wanted to just sort of make a prediction, which is that I think they're really going to try and market this as more, how do I want to phrase this? More normie friendly than the Steam Deck. Not that the Steam Deck is hard to use, but the Steam Deck does take a little bit of setup. It does take a little bit of PC understanding going into it. And of course, the Steam Deck isn't at Best Buy. The Steam Deck still can only be bought online. I think the Steam Machine can really go from popular to nuclear popular if they find a way to breach into that normie market. Sitting on the store shelf next to a PlayStation 5 at Walmart, that's an important piece of the market share. I mean, honestly, they do say that, well, I think this is a couple of years old, but for a while there, like 65% of the entire gaming market was console gamers. The other stat was people that game on PC and people that game on phones and crap. I do think that this has a chance to finally break that gap into mainstream appeal. There was a number recently that, what is it? It was like 100 million concurrent people were online playing Steam. That was like a number that came out this year. Steam is obviously the biggest platform to game right now. And I do think a lot of it just comes down to that ease of use, how simple it is to just boot stuff up and play on it, right? Look at this. Oh my gosh. If they manage to take that concept and blow it up even more so with this hardware expansion, I think this has a chance to basically turn everybody into PC gamers, right? I think a lot of people would like the idea of, oh, it's a PlayStation, but you can install the mods. You can put a big boogie pack. Oh, do you want to put on emulators? Do you want to do old school stuff, new school stuff? Do you want to make it a media box? I like the idea of having essentially the console experience, but with these extra doorways for the people that want to do it. Now, I want to make a guess that honestly, there has been these weird leaks that some sort of new Half-Life is being developed. Like inside the Steam database, people can see when stuff is being updated. Valve themselves has been doing a lot of updates for some mysterious project called HLX. Half-Life X is what it's thought to be. Now, I think that is going to end up being a launch console game. I think it's going to be on PC as well, I think. But I think they're going to straight up say, hey, you guys have been asking for the next chapter of Half-Life, the new conclusion to the Half-Life trilogy. What's Gordon Freeman up to? What's the time period? What's the era, right? I think that if they come out with a trailer that says, hello, Mr. Freeman, it's been a long time, and it's G-Man holding this funky controller, instant billion seller. I am curious about how much this thing goes for, and honestly what the release date is, right? I mean, I'm still just in that mode of thought where we're coming up on the PlayStation 6, the next Xbox, and there is a lot of leaks and rumors that those might both be in the $1,000 range. There's talks that maybe Xbox's, their next console is going to be $1,200, whereas the PlayStation 6 is apparently going to be about $700. If this thing comes in at half that price, it's going to be a beast mode, especially because they have been dropping hints that they are very much working on a Steam Deck 2. Brother, I have never been so Steam-pilled in my life. This looks awesome. How do you feel about the idea of a Steam machine finally coming out after a decade of rumors about it? And does this, make you as optimistic as I am? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. As I was actually filming this, I just edited a 20-minute video that's going to go up, I guess, this afternoon. It's done, but it's about my thoughts on the 5 years of PlayStation. And this is cooler than anything. I'm more excited about this than I've been about anything in a while.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.